Hello there, how are you doing? Before the start of the video, as usual, I have to let you know what kind of deals Gentleman Pursuits has scored for you, and this time it is guess. And the deals are, if you use GC Fall 10, the code GC Fall 10, yes, GC Fall 10, you get 10% off orders from $150 plus. And if you use GC Fall 20, you get 20% off orders from $250 above. So Guess is a really nice brand. They have really stylish clothing. To be honest, who doesn't know the brand Guess? So if you've been thinking of shopping at Guess, now's the best time. Use the promo code GC10, GC Fall 10, sorry, or GC Fall 20 to get your discount. Now, roll the clip.
Boop. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Gentleman's Discourse.
Hello.
This is episode, I forgot
12.
already, 12.
12, yes.
Damn. We're starting to make quite the, well, not quite the number of episodes, but enough numbers for me to forget which episode I'm on. But
yeah,
anyways,
literally me.
Hope you guys had a wonderful week. Thanks for tuning in. So before we get into anything, because I find it's better to put this segment up front, because long podcast and barely anyone stays. So anyways, follow us on socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. Link in description below. So how are you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing great. The normal answer, I'm doing great. Yeah.
What's with the hesitation though?
Let's not get into it. I'd say, okay, you know what? The more honest answer is I'm doing better now. That's a better answer. Yeah, I'm doing better now. It was a kind of tough week for myself. Life just kicks you in the balls sometimes.
Right.
And you just have to face it. Like,
it is what it
is.
You just
have to, yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm also happy to have someone to actually talk to, so it's way easier now.
Yeah.
So yeah, how about you though? How about you?
So far my week has been a blur. Like work, sleep, it's just like, oh shit, 5 days went past. Damn, bro.
Oh yeah.
It just goes past very fast. It's like, oh wow, I'm in like week 3 already, and then like the next time I notice, it's like, oh, it's midterm. Oh, and then it's exams again, and then I'm graduate without a job.
Let's hope not. But I hate that feeling. How sometimes you'd be like, oh no, it's week 3 already, but then it's like the next second, then a midterm comes and slap you in the face and be like, oh, what the fuck, is mid-October already? Huh? What?
Yeah.
You're just confused sometimes.
Right. And then sometimes you just figure that, oh damn, it's already midterm, but I still haven't actually gone through the materials even once.
Exactly. And so college is weird, man. College is weird.
Yeah, but hey, we still got one thing. We have to get it out. That is the fun fact of the week.
Fun fact of the week. Let's go.
All right.
Because we're talking about college. Here's what college never told you about. Not even a history class.
Clickbait. Top 10 things that colleges don't tell you.
Let's roll
15.
Let's roll the watchmojo.com intro. So Vikings used the bones. Yeah, Vikings used the bone of slain animals when smithing new weapons, because they believe that this would enchant the weapon with the animal spirit, because they're spiritual, right? But this actually made the weapon stronger, because the carbon in the bones coupled with the iron made a primitive version of steel. So like an alloy. So they were right for the wrong reason, because combining carbon and iron, they made steel, and that's why they made carbon. I mean, their weapon is slightly stronger.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's actually quite interesting.
It's actually quite interesting. You know what? I'm gonna on episode 15, you're gonna be the one that's giving us a fun fact.
All right, I'll just Google I'm feeling curious, whatever. You know that generates like random facts, right?
Isn't that just link you to a different, like to a random website?
No. I'm feeling curious, not I'm feeling lucky. Just type in
Oh
I'm feeling
shit.
curious and just pops random stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Try it.
for really?
Yeah, of course.
I'm feeling curious. Who was the second? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, pretty cool.
I mean,
pretty
but
cool,
these are
pretty
like
cool.
super random though, so you
Oh
probably
yeah,
need to refresh it like what 100 times before you get one that's you think it's actually interesting. Because sometimes you get like, oh, did you know like what the I don't know what 30-second president is, like something like that.
yeah. This is yeah. This is a fact, but not fun.
Yeah. So take some time, take some digging. But anyways,
Speaking of fact, but not fun, this is exactly what college is.
fact but not fun.
Fact, but not fun. Like they teach you stuff, but it's not fun at all. Like
Right.
my vision of what college should be stemmed from the movie 21 Jump Street.
No, you mean the My
I mean,
Name's Jeff one?
Yeah, 22 Jump Street. My bad.
Oh,
22.
22.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, because that's the college one, and then it's all about like partying, frat parties. You have to join a frat. You have to drink till you puke. That's what makes you cool, right? And then
Really?
yeah, all
You
all
had
along
that
I have
impression all along?
yes. I'm not even lying.
Oh,
Yes.
did you know that you're gonna like study abroad when?
I've always wanted to. Here's also another fun fact that my mom told me like 2 years ago,
Uh huh.
like before dropping me off, and she was like, hey, like, do you remember what you told me when you were younger? And I was like, how young? Like, what do you mean? And she was like, you were 8 years old. And I was like, obviously, I don't remember.
She
And she
remembers
was
that. Interesting.
maybe, yeah. And then because what I said was really creepy as well.
Creepy.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So what'd you say?
And so I was 8. And then apparently I told my mom verbatim, I belong to the overseas.
To the streets.
I belong. Shut the fuck up. I belong to another country. That's what I told her.
Oh.
When
Is
I
your
was
mom like
8.
super patriotic?
No. Like she was
No?
like shook because like, yo,
Okay.
what the? You're 8, man. Like why was? But yeah, so that's the image I have for college, and which is
Interesting.
not true.
Well, at
Which is-
8 years old, you're already like, oh, I belong to like some other place.
Yeah, weird, right?
So did you feel like you don't fit in with the local culture, or was it like you just like the overseas college or whatever that much?
Maybe the younger self over glorified what studying abroad is, right?
Huh.
Because it's
Yeah.
like it looks so free, it looks so fun with all the booze and partying, right?
Well, comparing curriculums, I would agree. I mean, seems that their curriculum is better built than colleges in Hong Kong. I mean, if I just
Maybe.
compare with people I know who are studying like overseas, I find their curriculum to be genuinely more interesting than mine. And my curriculum's pretty, Asian,
I mean, yeah,
Asian, like pretty, like it's straight up one word to describe it. It's gonna be Asian, and I think you will understand what I mean by saying Asian. It's just everything's
I would understand.
super academic oriented. Everything,
Not
nothing,
but,
no freedom. They just force you to learn whatever they think you need instead of you choosing what you think you want to do. And yeah, that's basically it.
but like, okay, let's the academic part. I can't really say anything. I mean, let's say even though we compare curriculum, there's not really
Yeah.
a definite yes or no, right?
Right,
But
right.
I know you're not like a party guy, right? I know you're not into that type of things, but
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know
I'm
how to answer
sure-
that because maybe because number one, I never actually participated.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against the idea, but yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah,
Yeah, because
I'm
I
not
was
a
gonna
party
ask.
guy.
I was gonna ask that even though it's cool, it's totally fine that you don't like that kind of stuff, but it's also it's also inevitable that you've heard stuff that happened in parties in college, right? In your college.
I mean, I have seen stuff too. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how, from from on a scale from cringy and lame to damn, that's actually really fun. Never like expected that to happen.
Uh-huh.
How, what would those be? What would those ranked in?
It almost always lands near the cringy and damn like laugh side. But sometimes out of the blue there are some wild stuff, but they're not like wild that is good. Is like the shock factor comes from that event being like really bad. So like it's just the pure shock factor. It's nothing too interesting,
Okay.
nothing to be like,
Right,
nothing to brag
exactly.
about.
Exactly, because as I said, I came here with the expectation of what parties should be, right?
Yep.
And first year had my fair share of partying. It's just a brutal fact that if you are not like if you're mildly ugly, you're not gonna have a good time at parties, man. Like, I mean, also,
So you had a bad time, or did you have
bro,
a good time?
I had a bad time.
Really?
No, I mean, okay, in terms of if I go to party just to, trying to talk to girls, ha, be a, be a, trying to be a jock.
Uh huh.
And
Uh
I
huh.
had a bad time because, bro, I am ugly compared to all like some of these dudes. They look like gods and goddess, man. I don't know what they've been eating their whole life, but they
Yeah.
look right. They look super attractive. I don't know how. So if I'd say because first year me is more like on an active like lookout for
Yeah.
female
You told me,
counterpart.
and
Yeah.
you were like joining
So
frats and stuff, trying everything out, right?
I didn't no I didn't join frat. I
Oh,
had like
you
I
went
wanted
to
to
like
join
a pre something something party, right? Remember we went over
something
that
like that. Something
first
like that. Yeah.
episode or something.
Like a rush. Yeah, I went to
Yeah,
a
yeah,
rush
yeah, yeah.
party.
Like a,
And
it's not, instead of pre-calculus, it's pre-frat. So
okay, you know what? Don't make me look like a fuckboy here, okay?
frat wannabe.
I care about my academics too. But the thing is,
Yeah.
first, like, obviously college is not just about partying, but my first thing like on my to-do list is to check out the party
Right.
scene on campus. It was so lame, man. It was so lame. One reason because um first of all, I don't look really good. Second of all, it's just you know th- they host party purely because they want to get girls or get guys. So it's not
Well,
really catered to actually having fun. That type. You know what I'm
but
saying?
would you say that if you were as good looking as the guys there, would you find it fun, or would you still find it boring? Because I'm sensing a bit of salt here.
no, if I'm as good looking, half as good looking of these people, I would have so much fun.
So the problem is not because the parties aren't fun. The problem is because you're ugly.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. So because the first thing is that oh shit,
they're
I'm
not
ugly.
inclusive
The first
enough.
part, they're not inclusive enough. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're not
Damn.
inclusive enough.
Let's cancel frats. All right, frats are getting canceled. Not inclusive enough.
Not
Let's push this
inclusive
on
enough,
Twitter.
man.
Hashtag inclusive frat parties. We need that.
I'm just being brutally honest here because
Yeah. I see.
because
I can see
yeah.
the reasoning behind it because I've seen some like similar stuff on my side as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
And
just usually so the really bad way to phrase it is just good-looking people circle jerking each other. The appropriate way to
Okay,
say it is that it is a very close-knit community and a closed
Yes.
off like a group of people who run the parties, right?
yes.
But well, the standards may differ because apparently like same logic. If I were you, if I go overseas, I'd probably be not considered attractive because Asians. Since when is Asian
Yo.
since when are Asian men considered attractive? Am I right? But like yeah, but if you put it in like my local context where I'm mixing with Asians, then I'd say I'm in the good looking department. And I've been invited. I've seen some of those. I just went there, sat down, took a look. It's
Uh-huh.
basically the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I,
Yeah, yeah.
I I completely understand where you're coming from.
So yeah, like that one part was like kind of like not what I expected.
Huh.
Then right, so I have to find other things to do, right? So
Right, right, right.
because partying is not like a viable option for me.
Well,
Then
but
I have to
like
turn.
before you went into college, like what was like the expectation of it? Because everyone goes to college, or everyone goes to do something expecting something to come out of it, right? So
Mhm.
you said that before you had this pretty good impression of colleges from those movies,
Movies.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you went in, you you sought after the frat life, but then you figured that the frat life isn't for you. But
Yeah.
apart from uh, frat life, what do you expect out of university? Like what do you think like going in you're gonna like do in university?
Uh that's the thing. Another thing that's important is the dorm life I experienced.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because I think that's like another huge part of college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yep.
also a huge part these movies portrait. So my
Yep.
dorm, I live in this really, I'd say, older dorm estate on
Uh-huh.
campus, and I live on the first floor. And literally the worst thing because
Do you get to
my
choose?
neighbors. No, I do not
No,
get to
it's
choose.
it's
No,
random.
it's
Yikes.
random.
Hey,
And
at
first
least
of
you're
all,
at least the dorms are single person rooms, right?
nope. That's what I
No.
was about to say. First of all,
Oh, you have roommates?
my roommate is a complete addict.
Wait, as in okay, roommate. All right, let me clarify. You have your own room, but you're in the same
No,
house.
no,
No, you don't
no,
have your own
no.
room.
Same room. No, like no. There's no even like compartments.
So
Like no
literally right next
partitions.
to you, like bed to
Literally,
bed.
yeah. Not
Okay.
bed to bed, but like on the like
Oh
two
yeah,
sides of
like
the
two
wall.
sides.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
my bad.
So so my roommate is a complete addict.
Addict on what?
I think
That's a key point.
he was arrested for like doing, I don't know, acid or PCP because he kept
Damn.
hurting himself, and then he can't like
What?
he also he can't stop hurting himself, but he
So like
also
he would
attacked
cut
someone.
himself like that?
No, he kept like hitting himself and like running into walls and
What?
also hitting his friends. So that's why his friends like called the cops on him.
Yo,
Yeah. That was, first of all, that was scary, man. I mean, he was a nice guy when
man,
he was
your school's
sober.
got some really lax policies, man.
Okay, first of all, please, UBC, don't hold me accountable, man. I'm just having fun on a podcast. If you hear it by chance, do not, do not, I don't know, sue me for slander or something like that.
I mean,
But
you didn't exaggerate anything. That actually happened, though, right?
that actually happened. Yeah, that
So
actually
yeah.
happened.
So who cares? Right?
And
Free speech. Hey,
the dorm life is weird too. If I have to say,
right?
the dorm life is a mixture of like peaceful because
Mm-hmm.
most of the time no one will like talk to you because like everyone is on their own stuff, right?
Yep.
But chaotic as in like, let's say once in a while you go out of your room and then you bump into someone in the same floor, maybe literally the person that lives right next to you, but you don't know him. That's like the chaotic energy that I have to face every
How's that
day.
chaotic though?
because it's like awkward.
Why?
Yes, you live next
I don't
door and I've never
understand it.
talked to you.
So that's
You
isn't
live.
that normal? Like I don't know the people who live next to me.
I mean,
What
but
am
I
I? Am
mean,
I
okay, your
supposed to
neighbor.
know everyone?
No, but like, let's say, wait, do you live in dorms? You live at your house, right?
Yeah.
So neighbors, okay, your actual house neighbors, in my opinion, is different because
How?
they are
How's that different?
they're
Imagine your dorms as your individual apartment. Then what's the like? Yeah, I get you guys are in the same college, but you don't have to like automatically know that person.
yeah,
I mean,
but
that's
you're
at least
in
that's how I think. So It
you're
could be
in
different.
here you're in here with the same purpose and the same like
Ah,
reason
I see where you're
why,
going.
right? So both of
Yep.
us, all of us are first years, and all of us, most of us
Oh, you first
are
years get all the same, like you get sorted in the same
only,
dorms?
yeah, those are first year's dorms.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, and all of us, most of us are a student coming from abroad, because if you're here in Canada, you would, live with your family. So most of them are, coming
Uh-huh.
from different countries. So we have like so much similarity, but we don't talk to each other.
Does that bother you?
I mean, that kind of bothered me in the like
Mm-hmm.
first few months, and
So
yeah,
that's
so
like
that was
you did not expect it to be like this, right? You had like
I
a
didn't.
different
Yes, I did
expectation.
not. I did. Yeah. So
So
dorms.
what did you
I
expect though? So what was
I
your
expected.
expectation?
I expected everyone to be like, "Yo, hey, do you want to like go throw frisbee and like play this and play that?" And then
Yeah.
no one invite. Maybe I'm just the not cool kid that no one invited me to shit. But that's
Yeah.
my experience, man. Like first year, that was tough. First year was kind of tough, especially the first few months.
I kind of had the opposite, to be honest.
Oh, really? You
Um,
had a
well, because first of all, we also have dormitories, and although I'm, studying at university in my city, like only an hour to go there, but we
Mhm,
still had dormitories for first year students, or at least for one semester, I think, where you can
mm,
sort of experience the dorm life.
mhm,
I was gonna go and apply for a dormitory, just to get away from my parents, live on my own,
mhm.
be at peace,
Yeah.
so I don't have to like plug in my headphone just so I can work while my parents are blasting some random music on
Mhm,
speakers. But then I found out that you had roommates, like not like actual roommates. You share the same room with
yeah.
2 to 4 person at times.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, like, okay, first of all, I hate when people invade my personal space. I
Uh
hate
huh.
it. That's my bottom line. Like, I'm pretty chill, but when you invade my personal space, I'm like, I will fight you. So that's already like a turn off. So I thought like, so I'm just not gonna go. And then my expectation was like, yeah, you know what? I'm probably just gonna go through college doing my own thing. Being pretty laid back. I'm just gonna do whatever I want. I didn't
Mhm.
expect to meet a lot of people, but then on the opposite, what I had was like, a lot of people came up to me. There was a lot of interaction, and actually, I was approached by a lot of people. People just say, "Hey, what's up, man? My name is blah blah blah.
Oh,
Yo, yo, yo." I'm like, "Yo, what is this?" You know,
yo.
because I'm like an introvert and stuff, so I'm not used to people coming up to me and saying, and I'm just there like, "What is this? What is
Mm.
happening?" I was I
Did you
was
feel
totally
good
not
about that
used.
though?
Um, I didn't particularly feel good. At times, it felt a bit taxing to be constantly bombarded by people greeting you.
Okay, okay.
But yeah,
But
anyways, I still survived, so it's good.
yeah, that's great. But shit, my first year was kind of tough, man. My first year was kind of tough. But the actually, um, the thing that takes me off the most about college is not even the I'd say the experience that I experienced in first year or second year,
Uh huh.
is some of the shit that college pulls is just ridiculous.
You mean the people or like the faculty?
The faculty, the staff, the people that are supposed to be helping you,
Oh,
they
yeah,
pull the
yeah.
dumbest shit ever.
I know what you
So,
mean.
right, first of all, I just want to say, maybe it's just my faculty, but my faculty's advisor is complete garbage.
Whoa,
Complete garbage.
whoa.
Beside one dude, his name is Rob Kim. I love him to death. He's Asian. He's Korean. Hell yes. First of all, he's
Why
the
does Rob
only.
Kim sound like such a familiar name though? I
I mean,
swear to God, I've
it's really
seen some
generic.
Rob Kims around.
It's really generic. But
Like
he's the
Kim
only.
and Rob. It's like
He's
it's
the
like
only
John
person.
Smith, you know?
John's, yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he was the only person that actually like sat down with me and actually listened, like what I need, how can he help. I love that guy. But beside that, everyone's just like, okay, you know
Oh
what? You
yeah.
just have you checked out the UBC site yet? I was
You know,
like,
just
yes, I've
literally an hour ago, I
yeah.
received a email from a faculty where I asked to arrange a 30-minute meeting with one of my professors. And he just shot me an email saying that you could just ask me here.
Wait,
Like
what do you
that's it.
mean?
Like
Oh,
I
oh,
asked to arrange
oh,
a
okay.
meeting so I can go over something, and he just be like, "Oh, you can just say it here." Like,
Yeah,
damn,
I
holy
don't, I
shit!
don't.
Not even 30 minutes, bro. Like I know you guys aren't that busy. Like professors actually have a lot of free time. Like I was asking for a 30-minute interview. I mean, not interview, like a session, but I told him specifically that I'm only gonna take him about 10 minutes because I only have some brief stuffs I want to go over, and I feel like it's better for me to do it in person, so in a meeting. So and
Mm,
right now with Corona, it's just gonna be like a Zoom call. So literally, he just needs to open his browser tab. He doesn't need to turn on his webcam. We just need to him to have a microphone, which every professor has because right now everyone's teaching online.
mm-hmm.
And I just received the email, one liner, just ask me
Just ask me
here,
here.
thanks. And I'm just there like, wow, wow,
And um,
man. And I don't even know how to reply. Like,
you
sometimes you
should
can't
just
get words over. Like, you can't
yes,
get
yes,
the
yes,
idea
yeah.
across with words. Like,
Yes,
some
yes,
things are better said in person, and it just makes me
yes.
feel kind of sad.
Yeah,
At times
yeah.
I feel really helpless. It is as
Yeah.
if the faculty just sort of leaves me there, right?
Some
They
professors
just
don't give a fuck.
they just come in me and leave me on the bed. Like that's how I feel like all the time.
Hey
It's kind
yo,
of sad.
chill out. Hey yo, chill out with that. Chill out with that example, man. Hey yo, hey yo.
I mean, that's an accurate feeling, though. That is an accurate feeling, though.
Yeah, but I totally feel you because, bro, literally last year I took this chem course. This prof was supposed like he first of all, like without a doubt he's a really smart guy. Like he has tenure, he has multiple papers like
10
published.
years is not a good sign, bro. What do you mean?
Right? Exactly. I mean,
They don't give a
but
fuck anymore after they got that
I'm not
tenure.
trying to I'm not trying to discredit his work here. So he is a smart guy, but he just doesn't know how to fucking teach. So I
Oh,
do
yeah.
not know. I was taking organic chemistry, and I don't know how to draw this diagram and the fucking chiral whatever. And then I went to his office. I literally went to his office and be like, "Hey, I don't know how to draw it. Can you show me?" And he was like, "Have you tried it yet?" And I was like, "Yes, I've tried it, but I still don't know. Can you show me? Just like draw it for me and explain it. It's like a 2-minute thing." And he was like, "Just go back and go over the lectures. You will figure it out." I was like, "Dude, I'm here already. Like, why don't you just tell me? Like, what's your
But
problem?"
he actually said that in your face.
Yeah, I was there, and he was like, "You know what?
Wow.
Just read over my lectures. You will figure it out like on your own." I
Damn.
was like, "Damn, man, I
Were there
paid
like
so
any
much for this."
were there any like TAs or anyone that you could go to?
There are actually no TAs for
Wait,
the
really?
chem lecture.
So
There's
it's
no
just
TAs for the
him.
chem
So you
lecture.
were supposed to go to him with questions.
Yeah, like he has office
Damn.
hours, and we're like encouraged, like so-called encouraged to go to office
Encourage
hours.
my ass, bro.
Like, but yeah. But
Yeah.
here's another funny thing about college. Number 3, funny thing about my college is that Hong Kong universities has a lot of orientation camp, orientation week, whatever
Yep.
they want to call it. It's like they go like beyond
Oh yeah.
right.
They do
They
some
go
really
above and
cringy
beyond.
stuff.
Yeah, mainly sexual in nature. Also, why?
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
not
those
sure why.
activities are so stupid.
That's so stupid. But we
Yeah.
have
It's sort
similar
of like the
things here.
frat thing for overseas. It's about the same thing. Well, is it a frat?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
maybe.
I
I'm
guess
not
you can
sure.
count it as a frat, but then you have like mixed instead of like boys
So
only, you have boys and girls.
before the start of first year, I joined the orientation camp like on UBC, which is because I was like, first time here in Vancouver, I want to meet some people, I want to make some friends, which went really well for me. I really liked like because I made a few friends, which are they're still my friends now. But so
Right.
recently COVID like hit, but they still have to do the orientation camp thing because people
So
paid
what?
for it already.
Online?
So online orientation camp. So my friend, she was one of the orientation leader, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, how are you gonna like make this happen? It's so weird because
It's like those
like
online PE classes.
exactly
What do
how
you
like
expect me to do?
orientation camp, we're supposed to interact with people like physically like most of the time, but how are you going to make that happen? Like, are you going to play Kahoot when
Go.
so it's so funny because one of the like main thing that the orientation leaders have to teach the members is that it's about like sexual consent, things like that. Just make sure everyone knows everything about consent, is safe sex, all these kind of stuff.
That's
Like,
actually quite nice.
yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
You
But
know, the thing about these stuff is that usually, at least for Hong Kong or where the city where I live in, these orientation camps are so pretentious.
yes.
These people, like these organizers, think that there's some kind of deities or something, and we're supposed to follow their. It's basically like a cult initiation thing, and I hate it. And I
Yes.
purposely avoided those
Yes.
stuff when I enrolled in
Yes.
my first year thing. But now that you said it's actually about like teaching people sexual consent, I think that's
Yeah.
actually a really really good thing.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. So like mainly these camps, it's about relationship building and teaching you what you actually need to know when you start your college life, which is
Yeah.
really nice. That's why I love the camp. But the virtual thing, recently I learned that. So they have these scenarios because it's all online now. So
Okay.
they have to go onto this platform and they're like different scenarios for you, but it's not even like video. It's like a written scenario. So one of the scenario is, hear me out. So one of the scenarios that
Okay.
you were out with your friends on a brunch after a Friday night party. Your friend Claire is talking about she met a guy last night at the party and they made out and the guy was super into her. But
Right.
you, as her good friend, witnessed something completely different. What are you gonna do? Like, this is one of the scenarios that they prepare for the kids.
What did I witness?
No, so basically the thing is the point of this is that you're her good friend. Are you gonna expose her? Are you gonna expose her on the spot? Are you gonna blow her spot up? Like, are you gonna expose her that, oh no, you didn't make out with him? The fuck? Like, I saw him leaving you, something like that. So which is like right, really questionable
What is this,
thing.
some Chris Hansen episode?
Right, exactly. What are you gonna do? Right?
Criminal offense? Like, what is this?
What is that? It's just so weird. This is like, you're not in middle school or high school. Like, why is that something that you have to know what I'm gonna do? Like, is there like a right answer or wrong answer? What if I said I'm going to expose her right there and then? What are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? And
So what
this
was
is one
the correct thing to do then? What were they trying to get out of this scenario? Because
First of
obviously
all,
they're
there's
trying to teach something, right?
Exactly. First of all, there's no right or wrong answer. Second of all, I'm still clueless on what they're trying to get to here. Like, because like UBC has a tendency to make everything like they put in the effort to make everything inclusive, but some of the time it just doesn't make sense. Just like how they put not on the inclusive part, but trying to make everything I'd say more interesting or friendly for everyone. And that's why they put in this scenario asking, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna expose her? Like, you should not, because if you do that, blah blah blah, you may do something to her. But it's not, I feel like there's not like a really appropriate way to teach people about something like that, but they do the most. Like they try to sprinkle all these stuff into everything.
The funny thing is, like, I was wondering this whole time, like, why. So orientation camps are organized by students, right?
No, it's organized by the school,
Ah, okay, never
or
mind.
at least the
Then
faculty,
it's
maybe.
different. Then it's different because our orientation camps are purely organized by students. That's why some cringy stuff always happen.
And
It's just the
yeah.
it's just the worst.
And
I don't
some of
even know
the
how to describe it. Like I have no words to describe it, but
some of the guiding questions they I mean the faculty or the school gave the orientation leaders are like super weird. Like the
they
first
seem
question maybe,
oddly specific about it.
yeah, like the first question may be like, hey Josh, like what's your, like what do you like to do in your free time? And then the next question would be like, hey Josh, what makes you vulnerable?
What the hell?
That's literally one of
Oh,
the
that
questions.
went sideways real
Yeah,
fast.
that's literally one of the questions.
So hey, my name's Josh. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
What
yeah,
makes
nice
you
to meet you.
vulnerable? Like, whoa.
Whoa, yo, chill. I just met you, man. Like, the fuck? Yeah, that's so weird, right?
What
So,
makes you
like,
vulnerable? Wow, I can't even answer that. Like, are they supposed to write it, or are they gonna do like a past
it's
the?
like a Zoom, it's like a Zoom call thing.
So everyone has to take turns to like answer it, and you have
Maybe.
to share.
Yeah, and then the next question is,
That's kind of messed up.
I'm not making this up. The next question is, what do you really want to do in life? That's the next
What?
question. It's not like what's your dream job? It's like, what do you really want to do in life?
Damn.
That is just bizarre, man. That's just bizarre.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite strange.
It's so I don't hate, I don't hate it. Hate is a strong word, but sometimes I feel like
Right.
my college tries so hard to make everything friendly. It's nice that you put in the effort, but sometimes in specific situations, like just chill out. You don't have to. Everyone know you have good intention. Just chill out a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. Because, like, my college has barely anything. They don't care. It's just how.
I mean,
It's just the whole experience just feels pretty bad. My expectation of college was actually quite high. And
oh,
it was part of the reason why I worked really hard to get into a college.
mm,
I hated. I not hated. Hate is a strong word. I really disliked high school because you have to study some subjects that you're not interested in. But then it's in the general education curriculum. You just sort of have to roll with it. And I thought
that is
college
true.
was like, okay, now that I've suffered for the past 6 years, well, not maybe not six, maybe just the last 2 to 3 years. But anyways, college is a place where you can explore things that you want to learn freely.
Hmm.
But that wasn't the case. I was once again put into a box, expected to do the things that the college expects you to do, without there's barely any freedom. And they claim that the faculty will help you, stuff like that. But then just like your experience, sometimes you just approach the professor and ask like a simple question. They just completely like, yeah, you know what, just go over like page 3 to 12, you understand it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you ask the faculty for some advice or some answers, or you need some assistance, and they're just like, oh, please refer to this website.
Oh,
It
that's the
feels
worst,
so
man.
distant. Like it feels like they don't actually no one actually
Yes.
sits down and listens to what you need.
Yes.
Everything's just automated email replies. I am sorry to inform you. Everything's just like that.
And the
Sometimes
and
it just leaves a sour taste.
yeah. And
Like,
the
I
worst
hate
part is
to
that
admit it, but this is actually quite normal because
what do you mean?
when we or like in real life, a lot of organizations act the same way. Governments, banks.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
actually in trouble, no one's gonna help you. But
Yes.
this reality is still kind of, I guess it's some shock factor because I had this previous expectation of college being, you know, a place where, I guess,
Like a utopia.
well, not utopia, but I just expected people to give a shit about me,
Oh,
but I
okay.
guess
Okay,
not.
that's fair.
So
That's fair. But I feel like the worst part is that still a lot of people think that going to college is like it's like a golden ticket to securing a job, and going to college
yeah,
is like people still put so much value into a college
they
degree
put
that it's
way
just,
too much emphasis on a piece of paper.
yeah, it just doesn't make sense anymore.
Right.
Because from what
Honestly,
you
the
said,
only reason that I'm still in college is because people put a lot of emphasis on this degree. Like, had I been in a
yeah,
different situation, I would have dropped out second year of college. I would not continue because honestly, the things I need in order to achieve my jobs, they're not taught in school. Like the things
yeah,
you learn in school aren't really, well, they are useful knowledge. I'm not taking away anything from college education. Yes, they are useful, but it depends, right? It's not like an all-purpose thing where you just go in, you get your degree, and then immediately you get a job. It still
yeah.
depends on
And
what kind of things you do and a lot of different factors.
as you said, even though you physically have the knowledge now already for the job you want, they still, like, some companies still don't give a shit because they think that,
Yeah,
oh, you if that person has the degree, he must have known more than you because he stayed in school longer than you.
yeah.
That's why we're going to hire him. But that's not true. That's so wrong, and that
You
pissed
could
me
just
off.
party your way through 4 years. You could still get a degree, and nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like I'm also grateful that I have the opportunity to actually realize the situation and, try to do something or learn something on the side, just like learning whatever you need to learn about the job, for the job that you want to apply, because
Yeah,
that in the long term is gonna, all the shitty partying, all the shitty program aside, it ultimately comes down to what you do with the knowledge you learn, right? So if
definitely.
college if college as as you and I already kind of illustrated, as like a really useless
Well, it's
place.
not useless. It's just overly glorified by a lot of people.
Yeah, overly
You
glorified
just have to
place,
come
then
to terms that college isn't what you think it is.
exactly, that's really
It
well
is
put.
just it is just
Another place.
another place. It is
It's like
not a
a
golden. It is not a ticket to success, basically.
it's like an
Well, unless you
expensive
get into some
hotel
really
you pay
good
to stay in.
colleges, because I can't say, right? I'm not in Ivy League. I'm not in MIT. Maybe those colleges have it way different, but
That is
I can't.
true. That is true.
But in general, in general, I guess I can say that because honestly, well, I've still heard some people complain about these colleges despite them being Ivy League colleges. I still heard like people saying, "Oh, they don't care about you." It seems to be a common theme,
Seems
but
to be a
I'm just
common
speaking
theme of
from my,
humanity.
yeah, nobody cares. But I'm just
Nobody
speaking from my
cares.
own experience where, I mean, my college is already quite prestigious considering in my city and in Asia, if you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
say.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It's like its ranking is quite high.
yeah,
People,
yeah,
like a lot of people know about. It's not like a college where like, oh, what is that? I've never heard about it. It's not like
yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yet still, you get some of these painful situations that you just can't seem to avoid, no matter how hard you try. But yeah,
It's just painful. It's just painful.
but I always wonder about this idea that what was college supposed to provide anyways? I still don't really understand what the idea of college is supposed to be. Because you see, for you to actually apply in some jobs, you might need to like get a few more certificates. For example, in engineering, when you finish college, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I would say that these educational stuffs aren't really hard to learn on your own. Well, I would say
Mm-hmm.
that not you can almost learn everything by yourself. But then I was just curious though, why is college suddenly like a prestigious institute where, as long as you go in and go out, you are suddenly, it's like you evolved into
Well, college.
some it's
Uh,
like
y-
super
y-
smart genius or something. I just don't understand where that came from, and it sort of
because
confuses me.
because traditionally speaking, college, like before internet age, college were filled with actual
Yeah,
geniuses and people, right?
aristocrats and those stuffs.
No, not that far away, but let's say maybe in the 1970s, right? So you going to college were actually taught by people that
Well, the thing is, even in 1970s, college wasn't that prestigious because that time people
what
despised
college
college.
who.
Well, you have to know the roots of college. College started with aristocrats, so people who only learned about philosophical, like those guys were in college. So technically, there weren't many so-called applicable subjects that you can learn out of college. That's the history of college. College
But no,
education
I don't
did
think I
not
don't think a
start
lot of.
off teaching applicable science and those stuff. It started off teaching natural science, which is
Yeah.
philosophy, theology, those stuff. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't.
until the Industrial Revolution where technical institutes started out. For example, colleges started teaching science, engineering, and those topics. But even then, people who come out of college would get despised by people in the work field because they think everything you do is theoretical and on paper, and you lack the subsequent work experience to be competent. So that time, if you are like an engineer or if you're like a mechanic that graduated from college, people actually don't think you have the skills to do it. But then after a while, after a few more years, and the whole thing just flipped and it became
Well,
what it is right now.
because first of all, like before, there are a lot more works like jobs that require people to actually be hands-on on it. So I'd say experience trumps over actually being in college and the knowledge, right? A lot of people
Right.
would simply relate to that. But now, a lot, let's not say now, but let's say earlier, maybe like let's say 70s, 80s, right? Because a
Uh-huh.
lot of the, I'd say, technological booming era that requires more of knowledge instead of experience because we need people to innovate and create with
But then
something that they've
nowadays
never seen
you
before.
only ever see college degree requirements on internship jobs. Everything you see is work experience. No one gives a shit about your degree after you're an intern. I've yet to see a job application that says, oh, preferred college degree, and doesn't say like what, 5 years, 2 years, or sufficient experience. Everyone just cares about experience. It's still pretty much the same. But somehow, some way, it's like purchasing a ticket. College is like a entrance ticket. But everything you
Well,
learn afterwards, or
well,
the
maybe
or the
that's why
motivation
college
for
shows
people to
shit
hire
now.
you is it's still based on experience nonetheless. I don't think that
Maybe
has changed at all.
I don't think a lot of jobs is. I mean, maybe majority of the office jobs, whatever. Um, you damn. You know what? Maybe you're right. And
No, I'm not saying that this is a fact. I'm just curious as to why is there like a sudden, why are people nowadays, or why have I been told that once I get a college degree, everything's gonna, it's all sunshine
well,
and rainbows,
I
whereas
think it's
that's not
partly
the
true.
case.
No,
Sometimes I
it's
feel like I
partly
was
true.
scammed by, people or my parents or the teachers in high school that have told me that. They just fed me with this
No. I
false
don't think
perception of
they're lying.
whatever
I don't
that's
think
going
they're
on.
lying. I don't think they're lying. But it's true for their age, for when they grew up.
Well,
That's why.
isn't that a bit like irresponsible for them to still say it
Well,
without fact checking it? You know,
well, you
yeah,
can't. I mean,
I'm
there's
just
not.
being a bit salty here, but yeah.
It's okay. We're at the after 45-minute mark now. Like it's like the no man's land here.
Yeah, it's time to let loose and say things that are controversial because nobody's gonna stay afterwards.
Oh, did you see Marco's comment
Yo, what
on the
which
new
one?
video? He like because last time after 50-minute mark, I said something about Travis Scott and Taylor Swift and something like that, and then he was like, "Are you being Are you for real for the things you said after 50 something?" And then I was like, "Damn, you actually listen."
Okay, well, so if this segment doesn't get caught up, hi Marco, what's up, bro?
Hi, Marco. What's up? He always listened to our shit.
Oh, appreciate it. Hey, thanks for the support.
Appreciate it.
But
Thanks
yeah.
for support. Yeah,
Anyways,
it's
but
just weird. College is weird,
college,
I'm
weird.
first of all, I'm grateful that I can experience this, but it's just weird.
Man, I don't want to be that guy who's not grateful for his own situation, but I don't know. I feel like college is it's more of an obstacle for me rather than an opportunity now that I think of it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I find myself all the opportunities I've ever had, or all the chances that I've ever had to learn something that is useful and something that I enjoy, they're all obtained outside of college. I've yet to obtain any. Well, I have. See, the things that I learned from college that I still remember or apply every day are the courses that I take on my own, and not the not the major required courses that you are supposed to go through. They can be like some random ass course where they teach some random ass stuff, but then I was just attracted by the course title. So for example, I had this course about I think it was about leadership or being entrepreneur, something like that. I forgot the exact course title, but I learned so much from that course regarding
Okay.
how to work with people, how to manage people, like dynamics, stuff like that. And I understood so much more about who I am and how I can incorporate my work style with others. I think these are actually useful stuff, but they're not in my program required. I'm required to take a Chinese course, and I'm required to take an English course just because the college does not like they don't recognize my diploma scores. So like I'm not eligible for a credit transfer, so I'm stuck doing basic college English, so like grammar exercises.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Vocab quiz, like those stuff.
Damn.
I mean, it is a free A, you know, but it's still a
But
waste of
still,
time.
it's still a
Like
waste
I
of
don't
time,
care
man.
about GPA. It's a waste of time. But yeah, it is what
Yeah.
it is.
It is what it is. College is weird, man. Literally.
Just
college
as
is
just
weird.
have a lot of just as many things in life, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of things might seem to have a lot of value, but then when you actually go into it, or you look at it from a realistic standpoint, you sort of see through their mirage.
Yeah.
Like things isn't what this seems to be. I guess that's like my main impression of this whole college thing. It's just that
Well,
sometimes things can be just glorified. You just take everything with a grain of salt.
well, I hope we're both doing fucking really good after college, man. Here's a toast to both of us, both of our career. But yeah,
Before I lose all my hair before I'm 30 because I'm an engineer. Hey, what's up?
hey yo, chill out with the hair loss, man. Shut up.
I mean, I'm talking about myself, not talking about you. So,
First of all, guys, I'm not losing my hair. It's just I'm scared.
hey, ain't nobody talking about your hair loss, bro. Why you gotta be? Why are you tripping over it?
I'm tripping because I'm scared. Shut up.
All right. Anyways, this
But thank you guys.
This post 50 section is getting a bit out of hand. But anyways, if you stayed till
Yeah.
now, thank you very much. We apologize for the post 50 rant because we usually end the video. We usually end the podcast around 50 anyways. So might as well
Yeah.
throw in a bit of random ass conversations in the end. As usual, if you stayed here, what's something you want to say right now?
I love you, Mia. I love you, baby.
Okay, whoever that is, Mia, remember that Ryan loves you very, very much. Shout out Mia, whoever you
Shout
are,
out
if you're
Mia.
listening.
Shout out me.
You're a real one. Have a nice week, whatever, right? Hit
Have a nice
my
week.
boy Ryan up on the DMs, all right?
Alright.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys
Thank
have
you
a
guys.
wonderful week. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.